Welcome to Retiring Right, the Greater Palm Springs area. I'm your host, Amy Scruggs. We have an amazing episode for you. We saw an incredible property in Palm Springs. We also got to go to the historical Purple Room Supper Club. And in retirement, if golfing isn't quite your thing, we are headed out to Thermal to a luxury race course community with lifestyle you don't want to miss. We're going to get started right now.
Dominic, thank you so much for the world-class service you've shown us here today at the famous Thermal Club. Tell us a little bit about where we are and what you offer.
Well, we're in one of the members' villas. We have about 360 members, and there'd be about 250 homes total when everything's built out. And the full facility is 429 acres, so lots of land to have fun on with your cars, anything motor vehicle oriented.
So tell me a little bit about price point, where they start, these villas.
Villas start around 2 million up to about 4 million.
Okay.
Property is about 5 to 700 K, and you do have to buy property to be a member. Okay. But you have 5 years to build.
Okay, and from what I understand, there's different types of memberships here that you offer?
There is. So there's initial family membership, 85K, which is refundable, just like normal clubs. But then you could have either a corporate membership where you have 3 families basically sharing the house. You start an LLC kind of. Or you have a full family membership where you just stay in the house yourself, your family, and anybody in your family line is a member. So pretty extensive list sometimes. Right?
Yeah, and it's nice to have options.
Exactly.
I understand that we're heading to the clubhouse next. What type of amenities does that have?
Anything your 5-star resort or club would have. So think of the most high-end club we have. We really pride ourselves on the kind of white glove treatment, knowing our members, knowing what they like, their specialties, and kind of really making that moment special for them from on track to when they're dining with us.
And one thing I've experienced while I've been here is I've heard of cars that actually I didn't even know existed before. Right. I think it's amazing. Tell us a little bit about some of the rare cars that are featured here.
You name it, from very old vintage cars that maybe have a great history in them, to ones that aren't even out yet. They're just members are on the list to get them, and they're maybe only making 5-10 of them in the world. But they all live here on thermal property. Or travel in the summer when it's a little toastier out here, around the globe. So really neat experience, like a car show every day out here. And I think that's one of the coolest things of a membership, right?
Right, and we also have an airport right around the corner, right? So people can just fly in and...
Exactly.
And then don't you have some sort of a service where they call in and you guys have everything ready for them as far as their vehicles to get right onto the track and start playing?
Exactly. Yeah. So we try to make as least friction as possible, right? So their cars are prepared, they're warmed up, they're safety checked. That's probably our biggest concern out here. We want everything to be safe, sound, running, not dripping oil on the track for everybody else. So yes, everything's prepared. There's amenities in the pits for them to keep cool, refreshed. My big role here is for coaching, so we have data that we can look at their driving, look at my driving, kind of critique them just like a golf pro would or any coach would, right?
Right, that's great.
Neat technology we have.
So I get clients from all over the country, and I just wondered, what type of buyer are you seeing here for not just the villas, but for the memberships? Demographic, type of member are you seeing?
Mostly families, very family oriented, the whole facility, especially with our new members club opening with pool, spa, tennis courts, gym, all that. But very limited members that actually race competitively. A lot of enthusiasts that just love their cars. They're not stuck in traffic driving these gorgeous cars. They can come out here and really experience them. But yeah, probably a third of them race competitively around the globe, all over the place. And then the other half are just enthusiasts or historic car owners, have big collections.
Wow, well, I've wanted to come here for so long. Thank you for the wonderful treatment, and I look forward to going over to the clubhouse
Thank you guys for coming out here.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Okay. Just finished up an amazing meal here at the clubhouse. I'm all fueled up. Time to get on the track.
Driving around San Diego, I know.
Hi, welcome guys. We're here in the historic movie colony neighborhood of Palm Springs at this gorgeous contemporary modern home. Come on in, we want to show you inside. Hey babe, what are you doing?
Hey, I'm just getting this fire going. I really like that you can have this on and be able to have it this close in proximity to when you're preparing a meal, entertaining people in this fantastic chef's kitchen. I mean, we got an 8-burner Viking stove, Caesar stone tops, custom cabinetry. You have a great walk-in pantry over here too as well, and even a little wine fridge over here for your entertaining.
Very important, yes.
But this is just such a great space to be in with this clear story windows up on both sides of the great room, and you definitely bring in the outside in, you know, in this space.
Well, I'm gonna go get the casita set up. Do you want to show them around the rest of the house?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Let's head over this way, guys. We're gonna head over to the master bedroom. As you first enter, the master bathroom's right here on your left. The first thing I really like is that it's on its own, it's separate from the other bedrooms, but it's nice and spacious in here and quiet. This view I can't say enough about. It's just a really nice western view over to Mount San Jacinto Mountains. And I think I see Maria over there. We have a detached casita in this property too as well, and she's gonna love to show it to you.
Hi there, here we are on the very comfortable casita where the owners like to have their friends and family and guests stay. We call little guest houses casitas here in the desert, so come on in. Let's go back in the main house. I want to show you how everything connects so well and cohesively. So this is the outdoor entertaining space, this patio, which you have a lot of space here. And here we have one of the guest bedrooms. Come on in. So very spacious room here with a gorgeous ensuite bathroom, just like the other guest bedroom also has. It might be hard to get your guests to leave here, but that's okay. We'll leave that up to the owners.
Movie Colony is one of the most important neighborhoods in Palm Springs, arguably the most historical neighborhood in Palm Springs, and it's our favorite neighborhood. In the house that we're in right now, we're just a few blocks from downtown. We're a few blocks from Ruth Hardy Park, which a lot of the local residents love to go and spread out. They have tennis courts, a lot of green area too as well. Movie Colony also is famous because, as you can tell with the name of the neighborhood, that it was important for a lot of the Hollywood celebrities back in the day to come out here and get away from the paparazzi, to come out here and be able to have properties where they could be private and left alone. And there's a ton of other industry executives that bought property here to stay this close to downtown where they could go out to dinner and have fun, but also get away from it all.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us today here in one of our most favorite neighborhoods, the Movie Colony in Palm Springs.
We appreciate you guys coming by, and we're gonna go get a bite to eat. It's just a few blocks away, and we're gonna go walk over there right now. Thanks for coming by.
Well, as you've seen, there are so many fun things to do in retirement, but it's also important that we also talk about the financial aspect and planning, and I have a great expert here to talk about just that. Alex, you are the president of Mutual of Omaha Reverse Mortgage, and that is quite a mouthful and quite a title. But I know we want to talk about a special loan program that can really help retirees. Why don't we dive into that?
Sure. So I look at this as really a retirement planning tool disguised as a mortgage. And the reason I say that is the HECM for Purchase. It has a kind of a funny name.
It does.
But that program really allows retirees to buy a home in retirement with a one-time down payment of about 50%.
Okay.
And then the HECM for Purchase, the program, pays the other half. So if you think about how powerful that is from a retirement planning perspective, we were taught conventional wisdom is you pay off your house, right? And why is that? It's so that you don't have any mortgage payments in retirement. We're also taught not to put all your eggs in one basket, right? But what ends up happening is the average retiree has 2/3 of their net worth
in that basket.
In that basket. And that basket actually has a steel trap on top of it that you can't get to those eggs, right? So this program really allows you to have access to that equity you've built up over time, either in the form of purchasing a home, which is what we're talking about today, or you can also use it to refinance your home. So the HECM for Purchase is the name of the program. It's FHA insured. And it's
Which is huge. People want to know that. That stands out. I'm glad you brought that up. Sorry.
It is. I mean, this is an FHA program.
Yeah.
It's an insured program, so there's some protections that are built in there.
Right.
And it's a variation of the traditional reverse mortgage program, which is what we specialize here at Mutual of Omaha.
Because a lot of people have questions or they don't really know about it. I mean, it's so good that we're getting the word out there to talk about this, but when you talk about, no, this is a secure program, we can get you information on it, this is something that people want to know about so they don't feel like they're getting scammed or should I do this, talk to their financial planners, but this is really powerful. And like you brought up, this is a retirement planning tool. Let's discuss that a little bit more.
Yeah, so and advisors are really starting to take notice of this program. It's the reason why Mutual of Omaha decided to start offering this program is, like I had mentioned, there's so much of home equity that is tied up in an average retiree that not having access to that is really detrimental to their retirement plan. Cash is king in retirement, right? That's the reason why, conventional wisdom is pay off your mortgage, right? But unfortunately, not everybody's been able to do that, right? And making those mortgage payments in retirement, it's not something you want to be doing. So this program allows a financial planner or an astute individual to really get access to that basket of eggs, if you will. We know it's a very little known program at this point. We're hoping to get the word out there, which is why we're thankful to be on the show here today. But what we did do is put together a 28-page magazine, really, that goes into all the particulars of how the program works, tells you what you qualify for, what the consumer protections are, what the FHA insurance provides to you. It's really a comprehensive book that once you get to the end, you really understand what's
people can do their due diligence on that.
Absolutely, yeah. And there is we have 180 specialists across the country. So chances are there's somebody close by to some of your viewers. We're more than happy to sit down with them and go over the particulars.
Alex, it's such powerful information, and everybody can do their due diligence and look at the numbers and see it. But I want to ask you off the cuff, what impact has this made on the clients that you've witnessed and those that you have seen choose this program?
So this is actually the best part of my job, because I get to hear the stories that are really life-changing in many ways. You know, most people that stumble across this program were planning on paying cash for their retirement home. And when they learn that they only have to put half of that money down and they get to put the other half into their retirement accounts, there are stories where folks have chosen to retire 3, 4, 5 years earlier than they otherwise would have.
It's life-changing. That's incredible.
It really is. Or just the ability to pad their retirement accounts with that much more money gives them peace of mind in being able to live a comfortable retirement without having to make monthly mortgage payments.
It is. It's exciting. That makes your job exciting.
It
Like,
really
look
is.
what we get to do. It's wonderful, and I'm so glad that we get to share this on our program and actually have people see this is a resource. You can have this too. And I hope that everybody reaches out and gets more information. Go to the Home Buyer's Guide. Reach you guys for questions. I know that there's a lot they probably have to ask, but it really is an incredible program and it's definitely safe to jump into and say we could change our life, right?
That's right.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Thanks for
being
having
part
me.
of this. Well, I think that everybody has heard amazing things about the iconic Purple Room, but today we get to hear it ourselves. I could talk about it forever, but I don't need to because we have the owner with us. Michael, this is fun and amazing to be here.
Thank you. We're so glad you're here.
Well, there's a lot to talk about. We could probably sit here for an hour, but let's just start with the history first of all. Talk to me about the history of this place.
Well, this club was built in 1960 as part of the Club Trinidad Resort. Now, back in the day, across the street, they used to film all the TV westerns, and everybody stayed here. Because when people were under contract, they could only be within 2 hours of the studio. And this was on the edge, but it was a different climate than LA. So people fell in love with it.
You can almost feel the energy of it in here.
There's actually a ghost or two here.
I would imagine. I mean, you can just feel the vibe and the history a little bit, but you've created a whole new element here and a whole new supper club. So when did you come in and establish this place?
Well, I bought it in 2015. Before that, it had many incarnations. It was a storage unit for 10 years.
You're kidding.
Yeah, it was completely
how
shut down.
tragic.
Yeah. So we kind of brought it back. You know, the 60s, the supper club, the classic playground to entertainment and great food and cocktails and joy and laughter. That's what I wanted.
You sang the wrong lyrics, lady. You screwed me up.
You have a love for music.
I do.
Because this wasn't just, I want to have a supper club and manage. This is your passion.
Yes, I'm an entertainer. I sing, I do impersonations.
Raise your hand if you were Baptist. No! You were Baptist? Yeah. You go to church? Then you a liar. Was Friday night. Kenny, darling, you were a little late getting it up and you went longer than I wanted to. Let's just try that one more time.
I was playing here, performing here, and I had the opportunity to buy it. And we redid the whole place. And
So what takes place here now? Talk to me about who comes in here and what it's like. Give me a day in the life here at the Purple Room.
well, during the week, we have some of the best entertainment in the Coachella Valley. It's complimentary. Rose Millette is a living legend, Jazz Hall of Fame. She plays every Tuesday.
Wow.
I sing with a woman named Keisha D, who is unbelievable. On Wednesdays, we do all Rat Pack era music. Thursdays is Sharon Sills. Va va voom, Sharon Sills. Friday, Saturdays, we have ticketed shows with international stars. We have, we've had Tommy Toon, Carol Cook, Joanne Worley, Renee Olstead.
So besides the music, you've also provided an amazing supper club. That means you've got incredible food and drinks. Let's talk about that.
Let's do it. We have the largest selection of rare bourbons in the Coachella Valley. It's Frank's Bourbon Bar. My chef, Luis Mondragon, is award-winning. We're 4 years as one of the top-rated restaurants in Palm Springs since I took over. I'm very honored for that. And we're a family here. You know, everybody has one goal: to ensure our guests have a great time.
Well, I know that there's a great show tonight and some fun that's going to be had. So can we come in and stick around and really get a feel for the whole experience tonight?
You can come in and do whatever you want if you sing.
All right, I'll think about that. What do you think? Are you going to sing with me?
Yes.
All right, I think it's going to be some fun. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Cheers.
Keeps Georgia on my mind. Thank you for having me.
We had such a great time this week in Palm Springs, and what a better way to finish it off than dinner, drinks, and live music with friends. I'm going to get back in there, and we'll see you next time on the next Retiring Right. I'm your host, Amy Scruggs, and thanks for watching.